Namaste, yogis. I'm Julie. Thank you for showing up to practice with me today. We all have our own reasons for coming to the practice of yoga, but before we begin, I want to remind you that there is no set way of doing this. There's no set path, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. You're in the perfect place that you need to be right now. You're on the path. And so this practice is one about having patience, acknowledging that it's not going to move linear, and sometimes it's going to be a little unpredictable. Sometimes we have to deal with things that are not resolved within our hearts as we navigate this new terrain. And so invite yourself to step out of self, become a patient, aware, and mindful observer without any kind of judgment, and allow this practice to move through you, move in you, move around you, and change you. Allow this practice to keep you present on the path. Let's begin in Child's Pose, yogis. Big toes touching, knees apart. Extend the arms out. Either stay, enjoy stillness for a few more breaths, or come forward into swan pose, lift the chest, and exhale, move back. Inhale, come forward. Move back. Finding the rhythm of your breath. Expanding into movement. Come into tabletop. Cat-cow. Breathe and look up. Exhale, round. Full, rich breaths, yogis. Slow down to create space. And pause next time you're in cat. Come to your fingertips. Press the palms, arch the spine, cow, look up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Just begin to pedal. Let this practice unfold in an organic way. Feel into your space. Strive to be responsive and not reactive. Walk your feet to your hands. Take ragdoll pose, clasp opposite elbows, yogis, sway side side. Release your hands, lift halfway. And fold firm into your feet. Lift halfway. And fold. Reach to the sky, press tall. Bring your hands together, lace the fingers. Standing needle, stretch to the right as you press hips to the left. Come through center, second side. Check in. Are there areas that you can soften? The face, the jaw. Come through center, breathe, look up, step your feet together, stretch back. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, plank pose. Let's take our first vinyasa, chaturanga. Modify as you need. Amplify as you need. Take one breath, yogis, stretch back. Step or float to the top. Lift halfway. Some of you like to reach the arms back. Go ahead. And then fold. Press and rise. Inhale. Go back down, fold. Halfway lift. Take your flow. Just warming up the body. Seal off anything else that's going on right now. And treat this space as sacred. Take a breath. Come to the top. We're walking our path. It's sacred. Halfway lift. And fold. Rise to stand. Press up and reach up. Go back down. Lift halfway. Through your vinyasa, your sun A. Breathe. Gather the energy, stretch back. Step or float to the top. Halfway lift. And fold. Rise to the sky, stretch up a little more. Exhale, fold. Adding on, lift halfway, chaturanga. We're going to Surya Namaskar B. Cobra or up dog. Pull back, downward facing. Step the right foot through, take warrior one, same breath. Let the exhale lead you through your chaturanga. Step the left foot through, warrior one. Don't think too much about it. Just move into the flow. Hips high, not holding, just a breath. Step to the top, come into chair pose. Utkatasana. 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Root and rise, here we go. Exhale, go back down. Lift halfway, chaturanga. So we're leaving. Traditionally, we do a chair pose there. We'll just take it on the way back in. Downward facing. Right foot between the hands, back foot flat, Vira 1. Same breath takes you through your chaturanga. Flowing. Banishing stagnation. Left foot steps. Root and rise. Same breath lowers you down. Exhale. New breath. Open to up dog. Out breath to down dog. Stay here. Gather the energy. Sip it in. Exhale. Step, float, fly. Halfway lift. And fold. Here's that chair pose. Sink low. And fold. Rise to the sky. Sweep it up. Last time through. Exhale, fold. Maybe jump back this time. We meet in downward facing. Right foot, warrior 1. Let it go. Offer it. Notice the breath. Move with it. Left foot, Vira 1. Same breath. Come down. All right, yogis, downward dog. Gather the energy, new breath. And let's go to the top. Flat spine halfway. And fold, chair pose. Forward fold. You heel toe the feet apart, yogi toe lock the big toes. Lift halfway, Hasta Padangustasana, and fold, head is heavy. Either accentuate the bend in the knees, or notice how it feels to begin to straighten the knees. Halfway lift, heel toe your feet together. Return to chair, sink low. As you begin to work more into the body, yogis, see if there's areas you can soften. What's not necessary right now? So that we come into this place of efficiency. 3, sink a little lower. 2. All right, yogis, forward fold. Lift halfway, listen carefully, right foot back. Runner's lunge. Straighten and bend a few times. Nice. Lower your right knee down, press your right hand down. Side plank variation, open up. The left leg floats back. Elbow to knee, exhale, squeeze. Re-extend. Elbow to knee, re-extend. Last time. Elbow to knee. Re-extend. Come back to runner's lunge, left foot forward, tuck your toes. Spin your back foot flat, take warrior 1, reach high. Invite movement into your poses if that feels good, if it's purposeful movement. Or maybe you ground and you hold. Breathe. Meet in plank pose. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Let the hips level. Right hand down. Left hand to right shoulder. Drop that left hip. Right to left. Return. Left to right. One more time each side. Right hand up. Place it down. Left hand up. Place it down. Bring your feet together. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Hips high, yogis. Pull back to downward facing. Take a huge breath. Gather it. Use the exhale to step, float, fly to the top. Halfway lift and fold. Root and rise. Keep sipping in a little more breath. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair. What can you soften right now in this moment? Can you breathe with more conviction? 3, 2, go low. 1, forward fold, that's it. Heel toe your feet to hip distance. Again, Hasta Panagustasana, that yogi toe lock. Halfway lift, pull down. Straighten, bend, or somewhere in between. You're on the path. You've got to be willing to explore. Lift halfway. Bring your feet together, yogis. Listen carefully. Bring the left foot back, runner's lunge. Straighten and bend. Use your props as necessary. A block under each hand on this can be really nice. All right, yogis, lower your left knee down, ground your left palm. As you sweep that right leg around, kickstand your left shin behind you. Animated. Breathe. 3, press away. Find that energy. Build from the ground up. 2, runner's lunge. No, not runner's lunge. Elbow to knee. Re-extend. Exhale, draw in. Extend. Last time. Squeeze through core. Lengthen now. Runner's lunge. Step that right foot forward. Set it up. Thanks for the save. Back foot flat. 0, 1. Breathe. Can you bring that right side back and let the left side draw forward? Stand in your power, yogis. Even when that path is uncertain, stand in your power. One more huge breath. Take your flow. Couple of breaths here in down dog. Wrap the shoulders in. Breath here, gather it up. Use the exhale to step, float, or fly to the top. Lift halfway. And fold, yogis, root and rise. Here we go. Press up. Keep sipping in the breath. Exhale and fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Let's put a few things together. Downward facing. Raise your right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open it up. Draw some circles. Articulate. Warrior 1, come between the hands. Breathe. Lift from the inner thighs. That's it. Plank pose. Feet wide. Right hand to left shoulder. Right hand down. Left hand to left shoulder. Stay sturdy in the lower half. Left hand down. Right hand to left. Again. Got 3 on each side. Left hand down. Last time. Sturdy, you guys. Kick out through the heels. One more time. Chaturanga, step your feet together. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Raise your left leg to the sky, roll it open. Circle it out. Seek space. Warrior one, come through, back foot flat. Breathe. Plank pose. Feet wide, right hand to left shoulder. Place it down. Left hand to right. Draw the core in. Place the left hand down. Return the right. Left hand, drop that left hip. Last time each side, right hand. Lower. Left hand lower. Feel free to skip this chaturanga. Yogi's choice, as always. Downward facing. Breathe, ground into your hands. Take a huge breath, yogis. Get ready to move. Use your next exhale to step, float, fly. Lift halfway and fold. Let's rise. Reach it up. Exhale, fold. Take a vinyasa. Halfway lift. Step back, go back. Feel what you feel. You're on the right track, I assure you. Right leg high, roll it open. Warrior one, step. Reach it up. Simple twist, yogis. Left hand down, lift your left heel. So at this point, you can drop that left knee like we did in the start. Turn the shin behind you. Come into that Vashisthasana variation. Maybe it's full side plank. I'll let you decide on this. Look up if you can. 3-point down dog, yogis. Right leg to the sky. Roll it open. Runner's lunge, step through, straighten and bend. Just moving organically. Nice, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Lift halfway and fold. Reach to the sky, rise it up, stretch it up. Go back down, we're moving through that vinyasa again. Halfway lift, chaturanga. We meet in dog. Left leg to the sky, roll it open. Warrior one. So we let all these little puzzle pieces come together. And that's what creates the path. It's the same thing in this practice. Sometimes we don't know where it's leading us to, but it's creating the path. Simple twist. Right hand down, lift your right heel, reach high. And so don't get caught up in what the big picture will look like just yet. You're on the path. Setting up for your side plank, right knee can come down with shin behind you. Kick it back and open. Or explore full Vashi. Right shoulder integrated. Hips a little higher, 3. Sturdy through the legs, 2. 3-point down dog. Left leg high. Runner's lunge. Straighten and bend a few times. It's all unfolding, yogis. You gotta trust it. Forward fold, right foot to left. Lift halfway. And fold, root and rise. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga down dog, or maybe take a child's pose. Right leg to the sky, roll open. Warrior one. Let's make this the last one. Vira one. Breathe. 3 and 2. Simple twist. Left hand down. Pick up your left heel. Reach high. One more pass through Vashisthasana, any version. Side plank. Hips high. 3-point down dog, yogis. Right leg. Runner's lunge. Straighten and bend. Notice your body responding differently As we cycle through these poses a few times, pyramid pose. Step your back foot in. Lift halfway. And fold. Reach behind you, lace your fingers together. Invite the arms to come up over the head. Lift halfway, yogis. Can you make your way to warrior 3? Soften the face. Little higher with left leg. 3, 2, forward fold, feet together, lower down. Lift halfway and fold. Here we go. Rise it up. Let it go, forward fold. Lift halfway, chaturanga. So you can leave the vinyasas out and work that plank pose. Ultimately though, we meet in downward facing. Raise your left leg to the sky. You can roll open again. Warrior 1 is the last pass through on this side. Root and rise. Find new space, yogis. Familiar but different. Simple twist. Right hand down, lift your right heel. Side plank, you've got the foundation. Three-point down dog, left leg. Runner's lunge, soft step, so you use core to control. Straighten and bend a few times. Pyramid pose. Step your back foot in, right foot offset a little. Arms back. As you lace your fingers, try to put the other thumb on top. Lift halfway, make your way into warrior 3. You might take several breaths. Three, soften something. 2, Tadasana, mountain pose, roll the shoulders back and down. Join hands to heart. Just check in. Breathe. Chair pose, yogis. With your feet rather narrow, let's take Malasana, yogi squat. So we'll use this to prep for crow. If you prefer feet wide, take them wide. Just breathe. Let the torso spill through. Walk the arms forward, head is heavy. I like to put a block for crow or crane. This makes me feel a little more comfortable doing it. It's not really to put weight on, but if you want to try that version, you can. Palms flat, knees squeeze into back of triceps. Lift your hips. Take a breath, navigate your way in if you're taking crane or crow. Meet in plank pose, yogis. Hold your plank. 3, 2, child's pose. Thread the needle. Bring your right arm under the left. Rest on the right cheek. Walk the left arm forward. If you'd like to challenge your balance, You might have to lift your hips a little higher. That left leg can extend behind you. Maybe raise up. Check in with your breath, maintain composure. Return to child's pose. Left arm comes under, palm faces up, yogis. Walk the right arm forward, maybe to fingertips. And then you just kind of shift that balance point along the diagonal line. The right leg, you might want to step it back first, and then lift the right leg. It's okay if you roll over, it's called rolling panda. So if you roll, you're doing it exactly right. Return to child's pose. Come all the way through to lie down on the abdomen. It's set up for locust pose. Stretch the arms back, chin or forehead can rest on the mat. Take a huge breath, and as you exhale that breath, lift up, locust. Option to lace your fingers. Provide a little more structure in the pose. Breathe, think length versus lift. 2, 1, come down. Fold your hands like a pillow under the forehead. So just working here to strengthen the back body. Take a breath. You'll only lift head, hands, and heart. Rise up. So the legs are down. Head, hands, heart. Engage through core, belly. 3, 2, lower down. Reach the arms for locust. Huge breath. Bring your legs together if it's available. Here we go. Lift. Shalabhasana. Lace the fingers if you prefer. So be sure you can blink the eyes here, that we're not putting ourselves into a place of struggle or force, because we cut off the flow of energy then. One more inhale. Exhale down. Fold your hands. Rest your forehead on the hands. Head, hands, heart. Take a deep breath and go. Lift. Head, hands, heart. Breathe. 3. Lengthen more. 2. All right, yogis, come down. Reach your left arm forward. Come to your fingertips. 4, mat. Bend your right knee. Reach your right hand back. Find your ankle or foot. Take a breath. Start to raise up, half bow. Don't go to that place of struggle. You can lower it. 3, 2, come down. Right hand forward. Bend your left knee, reach back to ankle or foot, pause. Maybe you stay here, this might feel pretty nice. Or if you're ready, huge breath in. Half bow. Raise up. Extend longer, perhaps you lift higher. One more breath. Slowly come down, just pause. You can just a hands where you want. And you have a choice here. It can be locust or bow. Setting up. Force not flow, yogis. You're on the path. You showed up. You're already on it. It's out exactly as it should be. Take a breath. Let's go up. Don't shortchange the breath. Create more space by slowing down your efforts. 3, 2, come down. Sway the hips. Pose. Just ease into this child's pose after the back bends. Tabletop, cat-cow. Work it out a little further. Downward facing. Right leg to the sky, roll the hip open. It's a great time to flip dog if you'd like. Breathe. Go all the way to full wheel if that's your practice. Animate both legs, especially that left one. 3-point down dog, right leg. Crescent lunge, yogis. It's the one and only crescent of this whole class. So take your time. Merge breath and movement. Runner's lunge to standing split. So navigate your space. Left hand where left foot should go. Right hand to the calf, head heavy. Energize through both legs, reaching a little longer, not necessarily higher. Handstand is an option. If you have that space to do it and you're comfortable with that, take it. Runner's lunge, yogis. If you're in your handstand, work it a little more. Place your back knee down. Come upright. So we'll take a nice grounded twist here. Join your hands to your heart. Rotate right. And place that left elbow to the outside. Arms might open. Bring your palms to touch. Unwind, hands come astride the foot. So what I'd like to do here is just kind of break down that arm balance, the Ekapada Kundanyasana 2. So I'll switch sides so you can get a better view. Again, not my forte necessarily, but we'll kind of work through it together. So navigate that twist again, coming around to the right with your palms flat. Tuck your back toes so you can lift, and you'll lean in toward Chaturanga arms. You can let your head come down as we begin. Ultimately, the shoulders are in line with the elbows. All right, return. Let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Be as graceful as you can with that transition. I know I just kind of threw you in. Raise your left leg to the sky, roll open. Take your flip dog. Breathe. Keep shifting forward. So right shoulder is integrated. Go all the way to wheel if that's in your practice. Three-point down dog, left leg soars. Step between the hands, crescent Take your time, it's the only one. Runner's lunge to standing split yogis. Just acknowledge that each side will be different. Right hand back where the right foot was. Left hand to the left ankle calf. Maybe forehead to shin. Spread through toes. See how that lifts you more. Handstand as an option. Meet in runner's lunge. Take your time, just navigating the exit from the pose. Lower the back knee. Rise up. So you're in this more upright position. Bring your hands to your heart, yogis. Rotate low, mid, upper back. Take that twist. Maybe open the arms. Unwind this, hands frame the foot. Kind of move over to the right edge of your mat so that you have a little more space to stay on your mat. Reset your twist so that both palms can rest firm to the floor. This might actually be your stopping point where you work the prep. Or tuck your back toes, begin to lift and lean. Notice that the more energy you get into the legs, the more power. The more uplift in the belly, the more power you have to come up. 3, 2, yogis, meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Soften your knees, ragdoll pose. Shake out the head, yes, no. Release your hands, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back and down. Interlace your fingers behind your back, step your feet together, chest up, hips forward, look up. Exhale, forward, fold, release your hands. Lift halfway. And fold, come out to plank pose. Hold your plank. Or take as many push-ups as you'd like, yogis. I'm going to take 0 today, but you take as many as you like. In the count of 3, just time, not reps, and 2. All right, have a seat. Feet flat. Walk your feet in. Wrap the tops of the shins, grab your opposite elbows, pull the chin down. Sit up tall, flat spine. Maybe you scoot the feet in even more now. All right, let's come into Navasana, boat pose. So we'll break down some versions. Step 1, feet flat. Maybe even hands down. Not feet flat, heels down rather. But your hands might be flat behind you. Next variation. Slight rock back. Come up tall. Make sure you feel an engagement of the belly. Another variation is to straighten it all. And if that happens, you reset, or maybe you stay in a different version. I rode my bike a lot this weekend, so my body's tired. You could even interlace, kick up, give that extra support. That works for me today. It's all part of the path, yogis. And you're giving such beautiful efforts. Take a breath. Take low boat, navasana. Put your heels down if you feel anything in the low back. Chest up. Navel in. 3 and 2, lie down on your back. Take happy baby pose. Rock side to side. Invite your feet together, knees wide. So it's like a reclining Baddha Konasana. Yogi toe lock the big toes. One at a time, right leg out into a half V. And really kick out so you feel some energy right through the back of the leg. Use the right hand to pull down. And bring the right leg in. Left leg, send it out. Again, that opposing energy, so you kick out, but you pull down. Bring the left leg in. Let's try both sides. Expand into that wide V shape, Supta Upavishta Konasana. So I know it can be challenging when we're on a path and we just simply don't know. But sometimes, oftentimes, the not knowing, draw the feet in. Place your feet flat with knees wide. Sometimes that not knowing will lead us into such a beautiful place. So it's that act of surrender, of trust in this process of just showing up with presence, with intention, and following the direction for that day, that moment, that experience. And I'm not implying that you should throw away all your plans. We need to be mindful. We need to navigate our lives in a smart way. But there certainly are areas where we can release our grip of control and know that we're on the path. Take a couple of more breaths here. Draw the knees back together. Hug the right knee in. Let your left leg lengthen to the floor. Maybe draw little circles here. Anything you need to do to kind of massage out that hip joint and the low back. And the waiting game is tough. Take a twist, right knee across the left, outstretch the right arm. The waiting game is tough. That's where our practice comes in. It's an invitation to move inward, to slow down, to come into the breath. If we're waiting, it means we're in anticipation for some future moment, so we're not fully present. Come back through center, hug the right knee in one more time. Give it a little squeeze, forehead toward knee if you'd like. Change sides. So let this practice work for you. Don't be the one working so hard all the time. Let this practice and your efforts work for you. You are on the path. You are navigating it step by step as it unfolds before your eyes. And you have the ability to make wise and responsive choices instead of reactive choices. Take your twist. Left knee over to the right, outstretch the left arm. All right, yogis, come back onto the belly, or not the belly, rather, come back onto the back. Draw the knees in. Viparita Kirani, legs to the sky. Maybe tuck a block under, or yogis, if you like to practice plow. The shoulders stand, feel free. Just do it mindfully, carefully. In either pose, never any turning of the head. Shoulders stand, return to plow. Arms lengthen like a runway. Come down one vertebrae at a time. From Viparita Kirani, hug the knees in, feet flat. If you're on a block, set it to the side. Let's take final Shavasana, yogis. Stretch out in any shape that's good. Yogis, of course, you can stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to come out, bend your knees, place your feet flat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, right and left. Let's take a reclining pigeon. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and draw the left knee into the chest. Place both feet flat and trade sides, left knee over the right. And draw the right knee to the chest. Place both feet flat. Gently make your way to any seated position of choice. Invite the eyes to stay low or closed. Join the hands over the heart or rest them to the tops of the thighs, yogis. So as we prepare to end this part of our journey today, we roll up our mats and we get into our day, whatever that brings for you. Be reminded that this is not a linear journey, and that quite honestly, our questions are our greatest allies. Our questions are here to work for us, to mold us, to give us new shape and new perspective. And then, when we're given the answer, we'll actually be able to live it. Take a deep breath in, yogis. Fill all the way to the top. Exhale and let it go. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And finishing this practice as one. A deep breath all the way in. Exhale and let it go. Bow the head to the heart. Thank you, yogis, so much for showing up today. Namaste.